Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Imani and I run Black and Vegan on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube. And I'm so excited because today I'm going to be showing you guys my vegan Thanksgiving. So odds are if you're watching this video, you have one, experienced your first vegan Thanksgiving. Congratulations. Two, you are an annual vegan Thanksgivinger. Or three, you're curious about what the vegan diet really looks like. All three are totally welcome here and I'm so excited to have you because the food was amazing. I'm gonna do my best to link all the recipes below so you guys can use it for your next upcoming vegan Thanksgiving or even just a vegan holiday. As a disclaimer, my family is not vegan. I'm the only vegan person in my family, but I still do cook majority of the vegan food. So about 80% of my family's plate is plant-based. So that's how you really know that the food is just absolutely delicious. And no matter if something is vegan or not, it still is gonna have some amazing amounts of flavor. So please comment down below what your favorite dish was and also what your favorite dish from your family is. I love recipe sharing, so please comment down below, like, subscribe, and please put a little ding on your, Use that bell so you know exactly when my videos are gonna be popping up on your timeline. Let's get straight into the video because much like you, I cannot wait to show you exactly what I made this year. And so it begins. Okay, this is the night before, and if you know, you know. You're going to want to clean your greens first. I always clean them in the sink. I did see some people cleaning them in the tub this year, but not me. I'm sticking to the old-fashioned way that my mom taught me, cleaning them in that good old sink. I also chop them nice, and I don't like chopping them too thin, not too thick. It's a rough chop. You don't have to be exact. I don't add the stems, but I might add just a little tiz, but I don't tend to add the stems in. But it truly doesn't matter because it's going to be cooking for a long period of time, and the stems are going to be nice and tender no matter what. But as you can see, I like to omit them. And then I pop them into the big pot that I'm going to be cooking them in. And then I like to season. Some Thanksgivings I season overnight. This one I actually decided to cook the night before. I'm going to link the recipe below. I actually post this on my Instagram so everyone can see the exact seasoning blend I use, but I always use my seasoning blend, the vegan chickenless stock that I have here. I thinned out with a little bit of water this year, and then I always add garlic and onion. That's like a necessity, okay? You're going to always need that. And don't forget your jalapeno as well. I decided to pop it in the slow cooker this year, and I do have to say I loved it. It's like I went to sleep and it was already ready when I woke up. Granted, this has no ham hock in it, so there's really no reason for it to cook that long, but it was just easy breezy and it was a perfect way to get a dish off my plate before the morning time. Now moving on to my main course. I know there is a ton of quote unquote plant-based vegan turkey and hams out there on the market right now, but I have to be honest, there's nothing I love more than a good old meatball. So I decided to make myself a meatball entree for this year's starring dish. I decided to add a ton of seasonings that I showed above, including smoked paprika. I wish I had a little bit of fennel. If you add fennel to anything, it brings a nice sausage taste, but I just didn't have that on hand. I went ahead and also added some shallots and some jalapeno, and then I made sure they were nice and prepped. Now, moving on to my sister's starring dish, which is her sweet potatoes. My sister always makes the sweet potatoes each and every year, and she loves to bake them. She's not a boiler, she's a baker, and she told you all to not come for her unless I, Imani, send for you, okay? This is her special recipe, and she makes it perfect each and every year. She loves cooking them in a ton of seasonings, just a little tiz of cloves, she says, a lot of ginger, and then of course a lot of nutmeg and cinnamon. Don't forget your vanilla, brown sugar, and of course butter. As you can see, the butter is vegan because she makes it specifically for me and to make sure that the yams are nice and vegan for me. She seasons them up nice and deliciously and evenly, she says. But she also mentioned once again not to add too much nutmeg or clove. And then she loves to top with a little bit of butter, put a little tray over it, and bake it for a couple of hours. Now, as a little pick-me-up, I decided to make my sister and I some macchiatos. Now, I was not going to add this to this video, but it was so good, it needs to be added. Okay, I always going to start with a little bit of silk almond, and then I added Khalifa's cold brew blend, and then I topped with silk oatmeal creamer. You guys, this was delicious. I don't know what crack they put in that silk, but it's just absolutely great, okay? Hear us raving and ranting about how good this is. Could be better. I'm up to it, actually. You like to Thanksgiving. To thank. Now, one thing about me is I used to love a good Hawaiian roll, okay? But if I can't have a Hawaiian roll, I need cornbread. I need it. I will admit that after trying Trader Joe's cornbread, I do like it 10 times more than Jiffy. But if you didn't know this, you can veganize pretty much almost anything by omitting the egg and the milk. So I decided to make a buttermilk using some almond milk and then some apple cider vinegar. You let it sit and then mix it and it becomes a lot thicker. I made my flax egg and I replaced that for the egg that the box called for, and then I added my buttermilk. I mixed and then I cooked according to package directions. But once again, if I were you, I would opt for the Trader Joe's cornbread mix. It was so good. It was a lot more moist and it was just delicious. But just as a side note, you really can veganize almost anything in a box as long as it says contains wheat. You're pretty much good to go. The star of the dish is the meatballs for me. Now, how I like to cook them, I added a little bit of oil to my pan and then I popped them in to get them nice and golden brown. Well, really not golden. I like a little bit more deep than golden on each side. I just flip them over and I don't really worry about cooking the center of them. My biggest focus is getting a nice, beautiful crust on it like I'm about to show you. See, just make sure you get a nice little crust and then flip it over. I do it to each and every one and then I pop them in a little bit of a box and then I bake them in the oven to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. But once again, sauteing them on the skillet, it would totally get the job done. But for me, I just love the bake method. It just, it makes me feel more like a chef. Now for the star of the meal, okay, which is the gravy. This year, I decided to make a mushroom gravy, and everyone loved this gravy, okay? They would put it over their turkey. They would put it over everything. I got so many compliments on this gravy, okay? You're going to start with a little bit of butter, a good size amount of butter. We're going to add in our mushrooms first, and then we're going to go ahead and top off with our shallots and some garlic, okay? I don't know why I can't find the clip in here, but you want to make sure to cook your mushrooms down to get all that liquid out first, and then add your onion and your garlic. Then I'm going to go ahead and top off with a little bit of flour to thicken things up because you're going to need that if you're going to make a good gravy. And to make it nice and luscious, I'm going to add in some coconut milk. To make it nice and meaty, I'm going to add some vegan Worcestershire. And then to really round out the flavors and make it nice and savory and luscious, I'm going to add in some vegan wine. I always choose a cab for this because I feel like cab really accentuates the mushrooms and it also really gives a good complement to the vegan Worcestershire. Okay, don't kill me. I can't say that name. When you add everything together and let everything thicken, it becomes a beautiful, beautiful gravy. Don't forget your salt and pepper. But you guys, this was a winner. My family genuinely loved this. Just keep on stirring and thin things out with some vegetable broth or vegan chicken stock as you go along. And bada boom, bada bang, you have a delicious gravy. Trust me, your family will be obsessed. And there you have it, a vegan's Thanksgiving plate. We have everything that I showed you guys in the video except for the mushroom gravy. I also decided to go ahead and purchase a vegan macaroni and cheese at the store, and I just topped it in the oven with a little bit of panko, and it was absolutely delicious. Let me know what you guys think the best dish was, and let me know what you guys made this year. Love you all. Bye.